See, the interesting thing about doing stuff like this is you have to do things like everyday stuff while you're actually shopping and talking on video. That makes you really comfortable with what you want to do. Excuse me. Anyways, as long as you're comfortable doing things like every day and shopping, talking on the camera at the same time, then I think you can do anything. See, that refers to the next video that we're going to be doing, which is how to do something in front of a crowd. That means you have to be able to speak, shop, do whatever you want to do, and still maintain your composure. You should try it sometime. See you later. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Calvin. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite recipes for one of the best dips that I have at home, and it is guacamole. Guacamole is great. I keep it at home so that when I get home from work, I can just have something before dinner, or you can even add it to a salad. The healthy fats in the avocados are actually something great because it fills you up in a good way, and I'll explain that in a second. And let's begin by going through some of the ingredients that we'll be using today. Over here, I've got 2 avocados, Hass avocado. I've got a red onion. I've got tomato. For every 2 avocados, I like to use 1 tomato. I've got this lovely Russian garlic right here, and some lime juice. Oh, and more red onion, why not? So let's start with taking care of these avocados here. So when you pick an avocado, the best way to do it is to search for 3 things. First of all, the color. When it's green, it's not ripe. So the darker it is, the better it is. And then, of course, we all do the testy feel when we go to the store and we see how soft they are. But there's a neat trick that I just learned. You see this knob at the top of the avocado right there? There's like a little knobby bit. So if you can take that off easily, like that, that means that it's actually ripe. But if it gives you a little bit of trouble, then you should wait a few days. And if you want to ripen your avocados, you put them in a paper bag with a banana, and the ethylene gas from the banana ripen your avocados. So let's start here. We'll cut these avocados up. Now, I have done some prep to save myself some time, but I'll show you exactly how I'm doing this. So we'll cut the top part first, and then we're going to cut this in half right here. So every time you cut an avocado, you're going to end up with the one part with the pit in it and the other one that doesn't have the pit, right? So let's put that down for a second. What you'll do is very carefully go like that, and then it should come off real nice and easy if it is ripe. If it's not ripe, then you're going to be challenging yourself and wrestling with the avocado. After that, what you'll do is you'll just kind of crisscross, as you can see here. That'll make it a lot easier to take the spoon and get your avocado in the mortar and pestle, which is right here. Now, I love the mortar and pestle because it gives me a great chance to get my avocado nice and creamy. However, if you don't have that at home, an easy way to do it is just to use a bowl and a potato masher. It'll just be a little more work, but you can get the job done. With the onion, I've already pre-cut it, so I'm just going to throw that in there. We'll get the avocados in there. And the neat thing about avocado, as I was saying about it being a healthy fat, what that means is it's got something called oleic acid, which is the same thing you find in olive oil, and that's why the Mediterranean diet is so good for you. What that means is these acids and these healthy fats, as they call them, will help you break down other nutrients. They're called fat-soluble nutrients, right? So that's why it's so good for you. So we'll just mash that up in there, get it nice and creamy. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is throw our red onion in there. I've already pre-chopped it to make life easy. We'll just throw that in there. And then some tomatoes. Now, the interesting thing about tomato, so I have this tomato right here. What I'm using here is a straight edge knife, which I've been using the whole time. Now, if I go against the tomato like this, as you can see, I barely get anything through. So what I like to do is use something we call a serrated knife. This is the serrated edge right here. And the first thing about a serrated knife is you won't cut yourself too easily. Now, don't challenge it, but it's not as easy. And the next thing is, it's actually a lot easier to get through a flesh of a potato, as you can see, with a serrated knife. It makes your life a lot easier. But we'll throw the tomatoes in there because I've already cut them. Next is the garlic. So I've got garlic right here. Now, there are several ways to deal with garlic. So I can sit here and try and peel it the whole time in front of you, and that's annoying. Or I can probably try and cut some edge of it to get it to open, and that's going to waste a bit of garlic. The best way to do it is to put it down, take a bigger knife, and go. Now, that does bruise the garlic, so if you're looking to present, that's not a great thing to do. But we just opened up the peel, nice and easy, comes off, voila, it's done. Now, the next thing we do is we put it in the garlic crush right here. Get that in there. And now you've got your fresh garlic. Ooh. Next is our lime juice. Now, lime is an interesting thing to add to guacamole. Not only does it give it a nice flavor, but it also, so if you've bought guacamole at a store before and you don't eat the whole thing that night, and you save it till the day after or the day after that, what happens? It goes brown, thank you. So we add the lime juice to the guacamole in order to get that flavor. And then, of course, what I do when I pack it is I add a little bit of lime juice to the top layer, and then I close that tightly so that it doesn't create that brownness on the top. So that's a really good way to keep your guacamole nice and pretty. Now we've got that. We've got our cilantro right here, which I've also pre-chopped. That's the cilantro right there. We'll get that in there. And finally, I've got my Himalayan rock salt. So this is what I use at home. I really love the Himalayan rock salt because coming from the Himalayan mountains, it has about 84 trace minerals in it. And so compared to sodium and table salt, this is a lot healthier alternative to use in your diet. You can also use sea salt. I use both at home, and I make sure that I interchange between the two, so I always get the maximum amount of minerals possible. So we'll get that in there, give it a nice little spray. There we go. And then we just mix it up. Like I said, guacamole is a great thing to have at home. When you get home and you're hungry, you're not going to reach for that bag of chips. You're going to reach for something like this. Make sure you eat it with gluten-free crackers. Or if you don't want to use crackers and you're avoiding the carbs, then you can always go for the veggies. So like celery sticks or carrots. You can even use peppers or whatever veggies you have at home to dip with them. And that's a much healthier alternative. There you are. And that's your guacamole. Thank you very much. Good. You mind if I pack while I listen?
Yeah. I actually love that, to be honest. Like, usually I'm not that intrigued by cooking shows, even though I used to watch a lot of them. But that actually drew me in, and like the tips you were giving, you weren't just making something, you were teaching us something that we could do and apply it to other things as well.
Awesome.
And like, so the content, like, just alone blew me away.
Cool. Thanks. Thank you. What's that? I mean.
I actually have a salad right here. So
Oh.
if you want to throw in a
Dump a little guacamole in there? Sure.
Paul.
I think this was your best speech so far.
Definitely.
Really?
What I see in the other speeches is something which I don't find natural, as we spoke about.
Yeah.
And on this one, you put your jokes in there because you were like busy doing the stuff.
Yeah.
So it was more natural to me.
Mm.
And yeah, like the garlic thing, which I didn't know because I always do what you said, like feeling around stupidly. So this was really good. We should start a show there on YouTube.
I love it. Yeah, we're halfway there, right?
Actually, I really agree with Paul that this was by far your best presentation.
More natural?
Way more natural, not so showy. Now,
Yeah.
you're not somebody like Owen, and I've said this to Owen, so if he's, you can really tell the actor in Owen when he gets on stage. You're not like that, but
Yeah.
there is a bit of a performance
Yeah.
to your shtick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was just way more natural. I think you're quite, clearly you're quite comfortable in the kitchen, and I think that shows the confidence that you didn't have to try so hard.
Yeah.
And I think my recommendation going forward is don't try so hard.
Right.
Because I think, like, you already are one of those guys that people are going to pay attention to. I actually thought, like, I could see this seriously on a YouTube. Yeah, like
Let's
you
do it.
could actually throw that on YouTube right now, and I think people would.
It's going on YouTube anyway.
Yeah, and see how many hits and things like that.
Cool.
Something about you that just makes people smile.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, I'm assuming this is kind of what you want to get into, plus the
Yeah.
nutritional.
Yeah.
I seriously think you could, obviously, if you guys are serious about this, I would book a studio and do this in a better
Yeah.
setting. But I could see this on your website. I could
Awesome.
see this on your, I'm
Yeah.
creating a YouTube channel, so
Cool.
you could create one
Yeah.
too if I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The timing was perfect, 5:54.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So it's just under 6. I still think slow down.
Mm.
Sometimes slow down a bit. And the crisscrossing with the avocado,
Yeah.
just make sure this side sees
Yeah.
it, because you really showed this side and
Right,
us, but
yeah.
you didn't show those people.
Mhm.
The other thing that was annoying is when you were smushing,
Yeah.
it was making that clicking noise. So I would have had a towel, so it was hard to hear what you were saying. I would have had a towel underneath it.
Oh, okay.
So that
Yeah.
you couldn't have heard, you wouldn't hear the clicking.
Interesting.
But,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna pre-mash it and just throw it in there mashed,
no,
but
I thought it was perfect. No,
yeah.
I thought it was perfect that you
Towel
did. I
under
just
that.
think something's,
Awesome.
you got it. These are the types of things you have to think about for the audience.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
I'm being super picky,
Cool.
but excellent.
Thank
By
you.
far. But I think the best presentation I've seen in this class.
Thanks. I appreciate it. You have to share.
Yes, just a little scoop.
Whatever. Hi, you just got to see me do my final demo for the, no, we're gonna try again. Hello and thank you for watching Cooking with Calvin. I'm glad you watched that video. I got to do something that I'm very passionate about, which is cooking and talking at the same time. So as you saw when we were shopping before and putting things at the same cart, it's really hard to do something where you're doing two things at the same time, which I'm sort of doing right now, being watched by a lot of people I don't know. Anyhow, so that was my cooking demo, and it's something I'm very proud of doing. And the gluten-free, the guacamole was actually something that a lot of people were enjoying. One thing that I would do differently next time is I would probably prepare the ingredients a lot faster before, so that when I'm actually adding them to the bowl, I have more time to entertain and speak rather than me cutting and working on the food at the same time. It's also interesting to see people enjoy food being done in a very entertaining way. So being able to show them funny ways of doing different things is always very interesting. And people saying something like, I really appreciated learning about vegetables. You never hear that, right? So it was actually really interesting to see that. The next thing that I'll be doing is doing a speech to persuade. So I want you to get excited about that because I'm going to persuade you to do something that I'm very passionate about as well. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Oh, we're back again. Well, we are now at a site in West Vancouver, shopping for our lovely, lovely groceries. And being able to do this while you talk at the same time is something confusing. Sometimes you don't even know what you're putting in the basket. That's okay.
What did you just buy?
I'm not sure, I can't really read it, but you know what? Maybe that's gluten-free, gele fruit, di noix noix, coco. Not sure, but it looks good. Sounds good. I'll try it. Why not?